a second?
Second.
Call the question, motion to the fairly middle, raise your right hand, please. We have good fortune of effort underway to obtain a learning center for Twiggs to be located here in Jeffersonville, and I think a lot of effort's been put forth to make that happen. And it will be if it does happen, it will be from a grant effort, CDBG, Community Development Block Grant. There's need for a location for it. We've looked at several, but there's one primarily to be centrally located, and that would be 4 acres is requested for the building and parking area. And you got a template there before you. And if you look at it, you will see it's up on Highway 80. You might recall the Head Start building, which is there on Highway 80 across the pond site from the senior center. And of course, the Head Start also was put in there with the Middle Georgia Central Action Agency, Community Action Agency, also with the CDBG. So this particular site will be a good place, a good location for it, plenty of parking, plenty of room. The building itself, I believe, is 4,000 square foot there that they're thinking of, Ms. Judy?
Roughly.
Be comparable to one, if you've had occasion, I think Pulaski County has a center of this nature, Putnam County, and some of the other communities around us have put in these centers. So basically, this is the proposal, and I'd like to get the board's input on this is the county property, as we indicated, it's next to the pond site up there, and it would require 4 acres adjacent to the Head Start properties.
My only concern or question would be, for the Pioneer Festival that's taking place every year, getting the land all the way down to the lake, would that interfere with the festival that takes place at the lake?
Would you like me to address
You
that?
can ask this.
Yes, Judy, do you have an insight on that?
What, we understand the design of the building will be to put the actual physical structure near the top of the hill with some paved parking and possibly gardens and other lighting at the lower end near the pond, so that any activities in the community that need that paved area could actually have the festival on a paved parking area instead of out in the field. Or we could park cars there and still have the festival down. We received word today that a local farm has 30 oak trees that they would like to donate to plant along the edge of the western edge of this, so that it really kind of sets the park off from this building. And you know, I think it would enhance the festival instead of deterring.
Thank you. What, when you say oak tree, are they the water oak? Is that what?
Well, I'm not sure what type of oak, but it's the very large oak trees that are indigenous to the south.
Okay.
I'm looking at this 4 acres here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm on Highway 80.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Coming into Head Start.
Right.
Now, are you coming in? You gonna come in Head Start or by Bullet Road?
Head Start, well, it'll come in, it'll have its own entrance. Approximately where the pin is on.
I'm looking at the pin. These 2 pins here.
The entrance will be on this side away from the children. We want to make sure that
So,
the cars and entrances.
It'll be to my right.
If you're on
80,
Highway 80,
and turn into
looking at the land,
Yeah.
the entrance will be to your right, Head Start will be to your left.
Yeah.
We don't want the entrance for this adult learning center to in any way endanger the children.
Is it gonna be adjacent to Highway 80?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we come off Highway 80 and the building gonna be up above that, right?
It'll be,
Do you know how many, do you know how many feet they're gonna be from that Head Start?
I was
No,
just
I don't.
fixing a comment on that. I believe the architect said he wanted at least 20 to 30 foot separating the
Right.
parking area of
it
Head
would be a
Start
significant buffer.
from the other properties there. And when I
Yes,
say
indeed.
that, he wanted the distinction not to have that, any traffic coming in there around that, Head Start
Around Head
buses
Start.
for children.
Because when they had that festival, you know, they had up above on up around there, you know, they had a entrance.
That's further out, that
Yeah.
would not be impacted by
That's
this.
okay. That's what I'm saying, that entrance up there.
It would not be impacted by this.
Okay.
Is this, do they feel like this building is going to enhance the attendance, the participation in this?
Should I come up here and just tell a little bit about the project?
Yeah, sure, come on, Ed, please.
Well,
Let me introduce you as Judy Sherling, our executive director of Sheltersville Twiggs Sheltersville.
Right, and thank you. The Adult Learning Center is a CDBG project for the city of Jeffersonville. And what we have looked at is the need. Inside the city, the illiteracy rate is roughly 65%. Adults over 21 who cannot read at a high school graduate level. The goal of this center is to be able to address those educational needs. We found out in one area within the elementary schools, 75% of the children in one class are being raised by grandparents. In some cases, those grandparents do not have the ability to help their children with the new math, the homework that they're being asked to do. This center will offer free classes. It will offer free assessment for work-ready testing. It will offer gap training for those who need more help in taking the gap training for job readiness. It will offer literacy classes, and that's not necessarily just reading. It is also computer literacy. It will help grandparents, for instance, learn to work a computer for their grandchildren in class. It will help with financial literacy. There are those who really don't know about a checkbook. And then it, will help with just general adult education and GED. In all of the counties served by Central Georgia Tech, the attendance and involvement rate has been very high, except in Twiggs. We had 19 participants in GED last year, and none of them graduated or finished the course in 2010.
So I guess my question is, don't we offer the same thing there that we're going to offer at this?
We have some classes over there, but the environment is not conducive. We have been over there. There's mold in the ceiling. There's water damage in the walls. There is an alternative high school class in the back, and they march through the middle of the classroom, and no matter if there's a class going on or not, they just march right through the middle and back. There's, just disturbances all day long. And if you are taking a class at night at 8 o'clock, the school system building is programmed for all the lights and heat and air to go off. We've been in there in classes for leadership, and at 8 o'clock, everything goes dark. So it's really not conducive to learning. Nobody particularly wants to go there, and that's why we looked at other buildings and then determined that in looking at an old building, you're dealing with asbestos abatement, you're dealing with remodeling, refurbing, and those things cost more than just simply bringing a new building out of the ground.
I guess, because I think it's a great idea. I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate, I guess, or how are we going to be able to promote this to get people to come? I mean,
This is a true collaborative in this community, and it's what makes it so exciting, is that, the city has offered to put up the $10,000 cash match that will be required. They have voted to approve that. The Central Georgia Tech will provide the staffing. They will bring in the computers and completely furnish it, all furnishings, all computers. They'll provide the curriculum. They have grants for GED teachers, and that's what they'll use to provide this. In addition, the school system has agreed to market the entire program through their website. They will hand out flyers, they will send flyers home to parents through Family Connections. It is one of the two main strategies of the Family Connections this year, and our 3-year strategy. So the Family Connections will also be marketing it.
And I know that in Family Connections, we talked about things that we could do to enhance that,
Right.
like offering childcare or transportation or something. But I guess I'm just saying, are we going to pursue those things? I mean,
Yes, we are. One of the things we want to talk to the Head Start director about is if we get the building this year or next year, whenever the grant is approved, then we will talk to them about offering some child care options for parents who are taking classes.
That was my thought,
Right.
really, with it right there.
Right next, that was our thought too, by putting it next to Head Start, is it gives the opportunity for parents to go take classes. The other thing by having it in the city is that there are many people who don't have transportation. They can't go to Macon, or they can't go to other campuses. So this lets our citizens go right here in town where they have a way to get transportation.
Well, it's certainly an opportunity to provide needed services, and
Right.
then the thing is, we as a community have never had that concentrated effort to try to building or resources.
What it
Right.
does, Commissioner, is we have Head Start for the children, we have the senior center for the elderly, and this fills the gap. It lets the adults have a place that they can go and learn any level of courses. And Central Georgia Tech is our partner in this, has been very helpful. They're paying for the architect, and they're paying for it through their foundation, they're paying for all the environmental stuff.
But Judy, you did mention that the people and the citizens in the city, of course, but it's not it's people in the southern end of the community as well as the
Anyone
northern
can
end of the
use it,
community.
anyone can use it, but this is a city CDBG. And we have to prove the grant need on the population of the city.
Right.
And so that's where the city plays in, but anybody can use it. And, we just want to make sure that we write a compelling grant that tells our story.
Any other clarification? Yeah, I think, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that very much. It's just a lot of light on the template, if it's approved by the board, will be going forth as a proposed site, simply contingent on the granting or the awarding of CDBG. And I think our motion should reflect that. And good luck with it.
Thank you.
So we can do that. Is there a motion then to frame it up in that context that the county work with the development authority to provide 4 acres?
I'd like to offer a motion that we kind of work with the development authority and the city of Jacksonville to offer the 4 acres for the adult learning center
Okay, so,
with the stipulations you mentioned.
the awarding of the CDBG.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you, sir. Yeah, I have a second to that.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
I have a second. Any other comment or discussion?
I will announce that there is a public hearing Monday, the 21st, at 12:30 at the Senior Center for any citizens who'd like to come and have input into it.
Okay, great, Judy, thank you.
What time?
12:30,
12:30, Monday.
Monday the 21st.
With the light provided.
That's for those of us who are going to be here in the morning working that day.
Okay, let me call a question in motion. Those fair, let me know. Raise your right hand, please. Thank you. And as I said, good luck with the efforts. And,
Thank you.